All right, so today I'm just going to briefly go into Isaiah chapter 47. And it says here, Lament for Babylon, which simply just means cry, mourn, and put on sackcloth. And that's what you people are going to do real soon in the future. You Babylonians, you Americans, North Americans, you're getting ready to experience hardships. All right. Now, before I get started, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakahakodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS, the USA Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect, Kwam Yasha'Allah and Abad Babal. Now it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. That dust is confusion, and rightfully so, because Babylon means confusion. When you go back to Genesis, the 10th chapter and the 11th chapter, this place is confusion. This is the place where all the nations come over here to get confused and confounded. Now, I believe when you go into the word Babylon, it means mixing as well, and that's why they call this a melting pot. You know, when all these different nations come over here, they forget who they are. They forget their roots. They forget who they go back to. They start not practicing their ancient customs and traditions that they practice in their home country. They come over here, they assimilate, they do cookouts, they get involved with witchcraft, they partake in sodomy, and it's just a whole bunch of madness, man, and confusion. But that's Babylon. You know, when you come over here, oh, that spirit of confusion and embracing the American dream, the American way of doing things, it's very, very strong. It's very, very strong. And you know, you see it on our people. Our people are especially talking about you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans. Man, that applies to you heavily. You have totally bought into this place, the 2/3. So it says Babel or Babylon, confusion by mixing. That's right, big melting pot. You know, you don't identify by who your forefather was. You just come here and assimilate, and you identify as an American now. That's that mixing. But this place is full of confusion, man, on all levels, spiritually, mentally, physically. It's all about confusion. Babel or Babylon, the ancient site and or capital of Babylonia. That's right. And this is spiritual Babylon, coming in the same spirit of ancient Babylon. That place was full of confusion. And when you go into the story in Genesis 11, they were trying to set up a new world order of their own. And America is the epicenter for the NWO, the New World Order. And it's somewhat of a testing ground, too, for the NWO and for doing New Age things. Right? You know, you can come here and do as thou art will and do whatever you want, man. You know, that's a part of that confusion. But NWO, the NWO is situated over here, or it starts here in America. I mean, America is the epicenter for the NWO. So yeah, New World Order. And when you go into Genesis 11, it goes into an NWO, New World Order, and guess what happens at the very end? The Lord destroys it. So, as a matter of fact, let's go into Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. And it says, universal language, Babel, confusion. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And that's going into the Hebrew, the Lashawan Kwadash. And that's what they were speaking. That's what everybody was speaking back then. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And Yahweh said, behold, the people is one. That's right, one. Everybody's one. That's what they want. That's a part of the NWO, making everybody one. That's starting with the so-called white man. He wants everybody, he's going to heap all nations onto himself. But you know what? He's in charge, but we're all one. We're all one people. And really, they're going to try and do that through the technology. Man merging with machine, the fourth industrial revolution, cashless society, more centralized government. That's how they're going to make you one, by monitoring you all the damn time. And they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Let us go down and confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. That's right. And it says, so Yahweh scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did Yahweh scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. That's right. Okay, and that's why Babylon, aka America, is spiritually Babylon, and the same thing is getting ready to happen. And I'll say this, man, America is the home of the NWO, right? Starting with the money system, going into the MOTB, the cashless society, right? The ideas of the elites, all the elites, they work out of Babylon, right? So yeah, this is Babylon, man, in the spirit. And really all the other countries, or all the other ancient kingdoms, Salakia. And same spirit, but this is Babylon. This place is full of confusion. These nations, they come over here and they forget who they are, man. And they get lost in the beast, lost in the sauce. Right? So anyways, let's go back to Isaiah 47. And this chapter is just going into how the Lord is going to bring this place to ruin, and how the Lord has a controversy with Babylon. Right? You're no longer going to be tender and delicate, man. The time is at hand when Babylon will be destroyed. And the Lord has given you a fair warning through the prophet Isaiah, right? The Lord has a controversy with this place. And when you start reading from the first verse, you start to see that you start to see that their calamity is starting to begin, right? This place is going to get a heavy judgment, man. So this is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne. That's right. You're that virgin daughter of Babylon, right? You've never been touched. You're a virgin. You've never been invaded by foreign troops. You've been doing all the invading, but you've never been invaded before. You're a virgin, man. You've never been popped. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, and you're getting ready to be dethroned, man. You're going to be sitting on the ground. You're going to be put into a low state. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Yeah, no more be called tender and delicate, because this is the place to be at, man. Remember, all the nations, they come over here to make money. Yeah, to get rich. And you do look tender, man. This is a beautiful place. It's likened unto a comely woman, man. A very calmly beautiful woman. Okay? Man, just look at how this place looks. It's so diverse. All seasons take place on Babylon. You got winter, you got fall, you got summer, you got spring, You got mountainous regions. You got desert-like regions. You got very tropical-like regions. Got big lakes and rivers. All types of lumber and wood, precious stones, and gold and silver come out of this place. Very beautiful place, man. Very, very beautiful place. But it's no longer going to be that way because this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction and other plagues that the Lord has in store for this place. So yeah, you're no longer going to be called tender and delicate. These kings of the earth are no longer going to commit fornication with you and make money off of you. And rightfully so, man, because you guys have been going down since the 70s. Starting in 1972, when they took away the gold standard. The gold is not backing the money anymore. And then you went into the petrodollar, backing your money. But now, as of late, Saudi Arabia didn't renew that 50-year contract for the petrodollar. Right? So now these other nations, they don't have to sell or buy oil using American dollars, American currency. And that's gonna affect America and American citizens, right? So there's no petro or oil backing your dollar anymore, and you're gonna feel the effects of inflation real soon, man. It's not gonna be overnight, but it's gonna happen gradually over time. The standard of living is gonna go up. Inflation is gonna go up. The price for things are gonna go up. Right, so America is going down. Right, remember, a part of you being tender and delicate. Was your dollar having that status of being the world reserve currency? I'm gonna say that you were able to inflate the dollar and manipulate prices and manipulate other economies with your money and have your money being circulated all over the world, making you a very strong country. That's no longer gonna be, man. Okay. You're going down. Verse 2, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. That's right, that's talking about the Lord, and that shows that the Lord has a controversy with Babylon. Okay, and Babylon is an enemy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. If you're an enemy of the Lord, nobody can befriend you. Nobody can. And nobody can save you from the Lord's wrath. I'm gonna just say that. Right. Okay. Now let's get Jeremiah 51, verse 7. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. She'll start verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. Yeah, her iniquity. Yeah. And, what is iniquity? You being in the condition without having the law. This is a lawless place, man. Lawless place in terms of the Lord's law. Because they do have man-made laws, which are just things that are made legal, right? Legal. But just because something is legal, that doesn't mean it's lawful either. Going back to natural law and the divine law, which divine law comes out of the scriptures. That comes from God, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they don't follow any of the laws in this book. They create their own man-made laws. And that's wicked, man. That brings forth iniquity. Right? So you can put two and two together. Something that is legal is not lawful, man. That's wicked. That is very, very wicked. For this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Yeah, and so this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. And that vengeance is going to come through Yahushai, his son. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. Isaiah chapter 63. Who came out of Basra or Edom with dyed garments, man? That's talking about Yahushai. He's going to come back like a travailing woman, man, yelling and growling and roaring, man, with fury. All right? So he's going to bring back a recompense, and that recompense is going into payback. Let's see that word recompense. Because it's about payback, man. Compensation. And you tribes, man, you haven't been compensated. You haven't been compensated. You know, they give you welfare and all these bullshit little benefits. But that's not compensation. That's not compensation, man. Make you play basketball, you know, they give you a government job and shit. Dealing, recompense, benefit. Dealing of one's hand, recompense, benefit. Okay? Treatment, an act of good or ill, by implication, service or requital. Serve, benefit, desert, deserving, that which he hath given, recompense, reward. That's right, a reward. Okay. Now let's go into the online etymology. Recompense. Yeah, compensation, payment for a debt or obligation, satisfaction, amends, retribution, punishment. All right, so all these definitions apply. Okay, this applies. That's right. We're gonna get payback, payment. You have to pay for all the wickedness that you've done before the sight of Yahweh Bashim Shai and what you've done unto his people. Because there are certain sins that provoke the Lord to bring this ruin upon Babylon the Great. You know, it goes into the cruelty that you showed to the Lord's people, your pride and carnal security that you have in your military, your money, your finances. There's a lot of, you know, you people over there in Babylon, America, you take pride in destroying other nations, man. We got the biggest military. We're able to destroy all the nations and take their resources. And what are they going to do? Do nothing. You take pride in that. You take pride on how your dollar is the world reserve currency. Like I said earlier, you're able to inflate the dollar, inflate prices, manipulate economies, and also destroy economies, and force other economies and nations to use your money to make you a stronger nation, man. That has put you in a very lofty position in this world. And you are also known as the hammer of the earth. Matter of fact, let me pull that up. And you boast about that, the hammer of the earth, but the hammer of the earth is going to go down. Let's pull that up. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because the Lord has striven against Yahweh. That's right. Yeah, he laid traps for you. He snared you. He laid the bait. And that comes through many things. You know, the Lord, he gave you rope to hang yourself. Right? Because, you know, some of the sins that you provoked the Lord to ruin, what was the use of your magics and your magic arts and dependence upon enchantments and sorceries, man. When you thought the whole time that was benefiting you, but really it was hastening your ruin and destruction. The Lord allowed that. Okay? The Lord allowed that. And to this very day, you people still don't know and understand that's the reason why you're going down. So the Lord, man, he gave you rope to hang yourselves. And you don't even know it. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. So yeah, the hammer of the earth, man, is talking about your military might. And that's also a part of your dollar, but mainly your military, your special forces, your soldiers, your tanks, your weapons, right? Weapons of mass destruction. And you are that hammer, man. You bring down judgment and you pound people out. But now you're broken. You're broken. Like Rome during its end. Their militaries were spread out too thin. And they couldn't maintain themselves. That's America right now. You're like Rome nearing its final years, right? So yeah, anyways, let's go back to Isaiah 47. No, Jeremiah 51. And 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. That's right. Yeah, so Babylon hath been a golden cup full of wine in the Lord's hand, man. And it's full of sins, iniquity, and wickedness. And the Lord's tired of it. And that's why the Lord has a controversy with you. And that goes into the sins that provoke the Lord to bring destruction upon you. Right? You know, so I labeled and listed some of those things earlier. The cruelty that was done unto the Lord's people, the pride that you have in your carnal security, right? The confidence that you have in yourselves when going against the Heavenly Father, because this nation is contempt of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They don't believe in the Lord. They'll tell you on their dollar bill, "In God we trust," but that's not the God of the Bible. That's actually the spiritual demon Satan. You guys believe in Satan more than you believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that's the spirit of Esau, man. Esau, Edom, the spirit of Cain. You don't think believing in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai or working with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to benefit you. But the scripture says, the fool has said in his heart that there is no God, and you people are fools, foolish people. And also that trickles on down to you tribes, man. You're fools, man. And the scripture says, my people are sottish children, foolish. Hosea, 4:6, it says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. People are stupid, especially you tribes, man. This is Job chapter 21, let's start at verse 14. Therefore they say unto the Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. That's right. So they don't desire the Lord's knowledge, and the knowledge comes out of the scriptures. And when you get a better understanding of the scriptures, you'll figure out all things that are shown to you by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You'll figure out all things, even things on the left-hand side, man. You'll figure out that the left hand, when you serve the Lord, will work for you. You'll figure that out. You'll begin to see how demons work and how they really operate. All right? On a spiritual level, you'll figure things out. All right? But it says, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? So they're questioning the Lord's power. They're even questioning his existence. And it's in your literature. It's in your books too. It's in your schools. They write books that go against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's why you got Darwinism. To this very day, this guy is still accredited as a good thinker, man. As a strong thinker. As a positive influence. They still use his literature to this very day. When this guy on his deathbed admitted that the Lord exists, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's a damn shame, man. You Edomites have a lot of balls, man. You have a lot of balls. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? That's right. Why do we have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments? Why do we have to follow the Shabbat? Why do we have to say his name that way? And that same mentality has trickled on down to our people. And the book of Jeremiah talks about that. Among my people are found wicked men. There's a lot of wicked men in the nation of Israel that think this way, man. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? Why do I got to serve God? You know what? Let's make a covenant with the other nations. Let's sell out for money. Let's worship the demon Mammon. Let's do all of that. Till this very day, man. And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? That's right. So you're saying that. How are we going to profit? How are we going to make money? How is this going to be to my benefit? When it's not about your benefit. It's about really serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You were put here by him. He is your maker. And that shows how selfish you people are, man. A lot of you people out here are selfish, and that's why you're going to lose everything. That's why your dollar isn't being backed by anything now, because you're getting ready to lose. You people out here don't own anything, but you're tricked into thinking that you own something, that you have something special, especially the middle class, especially you Edomites, you Jakes that sold out. You have nothing. 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 And what profit should we have if we pray on to him? That's right. Good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. Let me get Ecclesiastes. Because what's the whole duty of man? The whole duty of man is to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai. Not think about what you're going to get when you pray to him. That's how you people think, man. You when you pray to the Most High, you think that he's going to lend you, or you're going to borrow mercy. Like he's letting you borrow mercy. You know? That's how you people think, man. People are selfish, disgusting, man. So, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That's right. So you got to fear the Most High. And you know what it says? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So a lot of you people out here that don't fear the Lord, you're not wise. You're slow. You're slow of mind, like Yahushua used to say. You slow of mind. You know what he was calling you? He was calling you retards, man. Because you people are slow. You're slow, you're stupid, you're not wise. You have no fear. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That's right, keep his commandments. His commandments are found in the book. And what is a commandment? A commandment is something that you obey. And that's the Lord's position at the end of the day. He's supposed to be obeyed. Obeyed. He's not supposed to obey you. You're supposed to obey him. For this is the whole duty of man. So this is the whole duty of man. And that first starts with the Israelite man. When you go back into Revelation 21 verse 3, what does it say? My tabernacle begins with men. And that's the Israelite man. And then it trickles on down to you other nations. Which you other nations, you're going to learn to serve the Lord in the kingdom. In the kingdom. But that's the whole duty of man. You're supposed to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. He's not supposed to serve you. And that's why you're going to go out bitterly, man. Babylon the Great. There's a reason why the Lord, he set up laws that go up against divination, that go up against confiding with people who have familiar spirits. That law was set up, but you guys in America, you go against all of that. So don't you think there's going to be a recompense? Don't you think there's going to be a comeuppance? But anyways, you're going to have to learn the hard way. It is what it is. It is what it is. So anyways, let's go back. So this is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 4. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of armies is his name. And his name is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. It means he is to be. And Yahushai is the name of the Son, the deliverer, which means deliverer. He is the deliverer. The Holy One of Yasha, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. That's right, the Lady of Kingdoms. This is the place to be at. The Lady of Kingdoms, man. This is the Lady of Kingdoms. Did you hear that? The Lady of Kingdoms. The Lady of Kingdoms. So this is the best place to be at. And it's a very beautiful place. And I listed that earlier. Everything comes out of America. And this is the lady that everybody wants to wine and dine, to be with. And you have a whole chapter that is kind of dedicated into talking about that. You got, I think it's Revelation, the 17th chapter. It talks about how the kings of the earth committed fornication with the whore. All these other nations want to wine and dine America, to sleep with America and get in America's bed, because America makes these other nations money, man. And this is the place for democracy, freedom, do as thou art will. You can do whatever you want in America. You can come here and get rich overnight. You can't do that in different parts of the world, right? To get an American passport and to travel all over the world, to be favored, you can't do that in these other countries, right? People spend their whole lives trying to get over here to become to become an American citizen, right? So this is the Lady of Kingdoms, man. This is the best place. Verse 6, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Oh, and that's true. That's true. You showed them no mercy. Going into slavery and post-slavery. Man, you forward the affliction on the tribes during post-slavery, man. Post-slavery. And that's just starting. That's just going into the tribe of Judah. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But going into Gad, Ephraim, and all those, and the northern kingdom, you showed them no mercy when you took their land and stole it. Now you've given them reserves. You give them the worst parts of the earth that you've polluted. And you go, here, make a better life for yourself. Right? But anyway, it says, I was wroth with my people, and the Lord was wroth, because why? We broke the law, statutes, and commandments. We didn't listen to the Lord. And you have a whole chapter dedicated to the curses on what we would experience when we would go off. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 on down, man. And a part of that curse is us being given into the hands of a cruel nation. A very cruel nation. See if I can find that. Deuteronomy 28. 28, see here, cruel. If I can find it. Oh, shoot. No, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Deuteronomy 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. and that was, that was many captivities too. Hey, that was many captivities, man. I'm thinking about the Roman captivity, the Roman occupation, the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD. But also this can apply to America as well. They use the same emblem as the eagle. They're swift and they fly high as an eagle. Yeah, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. And that happened during slavery, man. And during when this place was being colonized. When they took Gad's land, right? There were a lot of genocides that took place on American soil during colonization, right? So hey, or post colonization, right? There's a lot of atrocities that were done over here. So yeah, man, that can apply to America, man. That fierce nation. So let's go back. Isaiah 47, verse 6. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Wow. And thou said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Right. Yeah. I'm not gonna pay. Hold on. Sons of men. Yeah, and like I did all this wickedness, but the Lord is not judging me. I'm still getting blessed. Sons of men. Hold on. 1 second here. It's off the tip of my tongue. Oh, evil sentence against an evil work. I know that's where it is. Here we go. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. That's right. So yeah, you've done all this evil and you're like, okay, no, I'm not getting judged for it. We can kill the tribes. We can treat them like animals. Yeah, God doesn't really care about them. They're not the Lord's people because the Lord's not really judging me for hurting them. So let's keep forwarding the affliction. Let's keep being evil. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. They will not consider that they're evil. They'll just continue on to being evil and not caring about it. That's the sons of men, starting with you Edomites. That's what you did, man. You weren't getting judged at that time for killing the natives, or killing Gad, Reuben, and all the other indigenous tribes, and the southern kingdom. Till this very day, man, you still call it something called, what do they call it? They call it manifest destiny. Yeah, that's what they call it, manifest destiny. It was supposed to happen that way, which is true, but you're going to be judged for all the things that you've done, right? So let's go back. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 8. It says, therefore hear now this, that thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am none else beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Which, yeah, you're going to lose. You're going to lose, and you've never experienced loss before. But in these latter days, you're going to experience loss, and it's going to hurt. And it's going to be so nice to see you go down, because you're a nation and a people that is so used to winning all the time. So when everything gets taken away from you, it's going to be a beautiful thing to see how you react to it. All right. Verse 9, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment. In one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. That's right. Before, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh. That's 2 Thessalonians. Let's get that. No, 1 Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians 5. There you go. So 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. That's right. Because when that woman goes into labor, it's over. She can't escape that. But that's how your destruction is going to come. Right? It's going to come when you least expect. Right? It's going to come when you least expect. And the Lord cometh as a thief in the night, man. You don't know when the Lord is going to come, but he's going to come during a time when you think everything is all good. And that's you Americans. You don't have a care in the world. Oh, I'm never going to go down. It's going to be when you're going to work, getting your cup of joe or whatever, man. And that's when the Lord judges you. That's when you hear them sirens go off. The purge sirens. Then you got to get into a bunker, a doomsday shelter. Anyways, this is going back now, finishing up Isaiah 47, verse 9, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. That's right. And just look at the dollar bill, man. That shows they're into sorcery. That shows they're into witchcraft, magic, and enchantments. In God we trust. Right? Yeah, they're into black magic, man. Masonry as well. They've trusted in that. A lot of the founding fathers, they were Masons. And when you go into the writings of Albert Pike, what did he say? He said Masonry is nothing but witchcraft, man. So, hey, man, that's the foundation of America and its government is really witchcraft and dabbling into the left-hand side. Verse 10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. That's right. So you trusted in your wickedness. You trusted in the spiritual demon Satan. And now that has blinded you into thinking that you're over Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But you're in for a rude awakening. You're going to realize that you're nothing. You're nothing. So anyways, I hope this was edifying. Until next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Most and of GMS, to USA Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect, Kwam Yashala, and Abba Bal Shalom.